Hi, welcome back to the Pickleball Academy. I am your head pickleball instructor, Susanna Barr. With me today is Coach Maria Lopez, and we are going to be demonstrating some cross-court dinking drills. These drills are going to focus on your cross-court dinking, but specifically adding some strategy to your cross-court dinking and taking advantage of the cross-court dink to really put your opponents in a vulnerable position. Okay, let's get into the first drill. Okay, so for this first drill, Maria and I are going to be dinking cross court, and what we're doing is we're deciding on a pattern that we want to use when we're in this cross court dink battle. So I'm going to start probably with maybe going out 2 wide, 1 middle, 2 wide, 1 middle, because what we want to do is we don't want to become so predictable that we're always just dinking back and forth to each other. We want to move this ball around, and having a pattern is a great way to start keeping you aware of moving your dinks. So I'm gonna go out 2 wide, and then 1 to the middle. And right there, I threw Maria off just by moving my dink just a little bit. Wide, wide, middle, wide, wide, middle. And once she gets comfortable, I might change my pattern up. Wide, middle, middle, wide, middle, middle, wide. So patterns are important when we're dinking, both in a match, but also just if we can do them when we're drilling, then when we go out and we play our match, we're gonna be more comfortable already having it in our mind that we wanna move this ball around. We wanna put in a pattern that's gonna help keep us on the offense, keep our opponents on the defense. Okay, let's move into our next drill. Okay, so for this second drill, we're still dinking cross court, but we're gonna be using some cones as some targets, both for where we wanna place our dink, but also where we want to move our feet, because footwork is very important in pickleball. And if we can get into a good pattern of good footwork, we're gonna be in a better position when we're playing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up our cones, one here in our kitchen corner, the other one towards the middle, so I'm just playing on my half of the court. Maria has her cones in the same position. And what's gonna happen is when I dink out to the far cone, I actually am gonna slide over to my middle cone. I wanna stay the same distance between these cones at all times. If I dink to the middle cone, Maria's middle cone, I'm actually gonna slide out and slide over here so that I'm still about that 15 feet or so away from Maria. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and demonstrate this drill. I dink out wide, I move in, I stay wide, okay? If I dink to the middle, I'm gonna need to slide over, out wide again, sliding my feet, middle, sliding back over, out wide, following my ball to the middle, scooting back over. Okay, so there's a lot of movement, but in this drill, we're trying to put this into focus. We're not necessarily trying to beat each other right now. We're just trying to work on this specific skill of moving with the ball that you hit. Following the dink that you hit is very important because it actually puts you in a better position for the ball that your opponent is hitting back. So instead of being out of position, I want to be in the best position I can possibly be. So if I hit my dink out wide to this corner, I'm expecting that Maria is going to hit back towards the middle of the court. So by me already having slid over here, I'm in a better position to react to the ball that she hits, and vice versa. So for double strategy specifically, we're gonna wanna be moving together as a team. So if I hit a dink out wide, I'm gonna be sliding, and I expect my partner to slide as well, so that we're shifting and sliding together to cover the court in the most likely area that the ball is gonna come back to us. All right, let's move into our third and final drill. Okay, so for this final drill, Maria's gonna be doing the drill. I'm gonna be feeding the ball, and I want her to be actually paying attention to me. So she is making good contact, but she's also watching to see which direction I'm leaning. Am I leaning on my forehand? Am I leaning on my backhand? So if Maria sees me leaning to the middle, to my backhand, I want her then to specifically hit her cross-court dink behind me. If she sees me leaning to my forehand, I want her hitting her cross-court dink to the middle. So basically, we are looking to dink in the opposite direction of where our opponents are leaning. Okay, let's get into it. Nice. One more. Yes. So obviously we're exaggerating the lean in this drill, but that's okay because I want Maria to practice really paying attention to what's happening with the opponents. As we get to be a little bit more comfortable, we're gonna try to make it a little trickier as we're doing this. And there you go, that's our third and final cross-court dinking strategy drill. As always, make sure to like, subscribe, and if you have any comments or questions, feel free to ask them. And thank you for watching the Pickleball Academy. I'll see you in the next one.